deal or
Right,
whatever.
right, right.
Um, so this is pro hockey. You know what I mean? Some of these players that are playing for the Texas Stars had been up with the Dallas Stars. Maybe
Mm-hmm.
went back down or whatever due to
Right.
injury or whatever. Right. Um, One of the things that I was thinking while I was watching, again, great experience, but I was like, these might be some of the most athletic people that we just don't like. Hockey is that they are some of the toughest and most athletic people in sports, man. Because you have to look at it like this, right? When I'm watching, for one, they're on skates, right?
Mm-hmm.
Two, they're dribbling a puck with a stick. All right. Three, they're stopping on a dime. They're like turning. They're doing all of this at a high rate of speed, looking at defenders, dribbling a puck, knowing where to pass it. Like there's so much hand-eye coordination that we just don't think about. And when you sit and watch it in person, I had great seats by the way. When you sit and watch it in person, and then what you don't see on TV is the substitutions, right? That's happening mid
Real
play. That's
time.
happening
Yeah.
in real time while they're playing, and they strategically three of them will come off, and three of them will jump on over the wall, jump on the ice, and like go. You know what I mean? Go
Mm-hmm.
go play. So all of this is going on. I'm just like thinking like, wow, this is really a sport that is like really kind of underrated by a lot of people. Like, cause you're either a hockey fan or you don't know, right? That's how I look at it. You're like either, and
This is facts.
yeah, I watch hockey. I watch the St. Louis Blues. That's my team. My favorite hockey player is Brett Hull. He used to play for the Blues in the '90s. So like I am familiar with hockey. I follow hockey, but to go see it and really sit and watch in person, and like not have any of the commercial breaks, and
Mm-hmm.
like just see the intricacies in person is like a different level.
Right.
Like even with the fights, there was like four fights or five fights, right? And they really be throwing some punches, but like if you watch them, it's hard enough to keep on your feet in a fight, not on skates, right? But they're doing it on ice skates, so
This is
that's
facts.
that's a challenge in itself. So yeah, I just thought it was real interesting, and I was like, I want to talk about how challenging hockey really is. It's really impressive to watch.
Oh man, yeah. I mean, I believe it. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? I believe it. It's one of those sports where you gotta have a lot of awareness for one. Um, you gotta have a lot of skills to be on skates to do anything. Heck, I can't even. Me with four skates can't stand up right. You know what I'm saying? I
right, right.
retired from skating just 2 years ago because I
Yeah,
busted my butt trying to
yeah,
skate.
yeah, yeah.
Nah, nah, it's not for
Yeah,
me. So
yeah.
y'all doing these on blades is a it's a whole different that's a whole different thing for me. I never
Right.
been able to do rollerblades. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They doing this
Yeah.
on skates. They like you said, it's that the velocity, the speed of the game is insane. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like you're doing a whole bunch at one time. Like you said, like puck skills, like stick skills that you gotta have. Being
Yep.
able to imagine a goalie. You know
Oh
what I'm
yeah.
saying? You on skates and then you gotta try to catch this little old puck that's
Hmm.
probably getting slap shotted at you at 150 miles an hour or 100
Yeah.
miles an hour slap shots that they throwing, and you gotta react like on a drop of a dime.
Yeah.
You know, it's one thing like you talk about goalies in soccer. It's a different type. You know what I'm saying? Because you're on skates, so you gotta keep your balance,
Hmm.
and then your reaction speed gotta be like cat like
Yeah.
reflex. Just to it's crazy. It is crazy
Right.
when you looking at it from that standpoint.
Hmm.
I would agree. Like the skills that you have, it's very skillful of a sport.
Yeah. Oh
You could
yeah.
say very athletic. Yeah, you got to be athletic. But it is very skill. You got to be very skill driven to play hockey.
Oh yeah.
There is no, you can't be lacking in that type of thing. If you don't got the hand-eye coordination, or if you don't got the balance on them skates, hockey ain't gonna be for you. I
Yeah.
can't do hockey. I wouldn't be able to play hockey because I know I don't have balance on skates. So
Right.
if I can't do it on regular ground, ain't no way in the world I'm doing it on ice. You feel me?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't even like black ice outside. You know, and I ain't on skates. I might
Right.
seem like I'm on skates because I'm trying to keep my balance.
Right. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I agree with you. I will agree with you. It takes a special type of person to be able to play hockey. I will say that.
Oh
I
yeah.
will say that. Like out of all sports, football is what it is. It takes skills to play football. For your
Right.
position, basketball is a skill sport as well. Just from
Right.
the simple fact of trying to put the ball in a hoop. And you're shooting it from 15, 20, 30 feet out. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Things like that.
Mhm.
In baseball, it takes a lot of hand-eye coordination, especially to hit a
Oh,
100,
yeah.
100 mile per hour pitch,
Ball,
or
yeah.
trying to catch a
Yeah.
ball while you're looking up in the air and you trying to catch a ball, don't even know where you're at, where the fence is at, or whatever. Whatever the case may be. Sports in general takes a lot of skill, but when you talk about hockey, there's a lot of different things that go on that you got to be able to do without thinking.
Right.
And
And
that's
and
crazy.
it hurts. And it
Yeah.
hurts.
Oh yeah,
Right?
yeah, it is a physical sport. Yeah,
It's
it's a
very
physical sport.
physical,
It's
bro.
football on skates.
Yeah. When I was watching, because like, let's say, you watching and a guy, because watching it on TV is one thing, but to hear them get checked up against the glass, like when you watch them get, and
Man, if you
they,
hear it on TV, that mug is loud.
yeah. So I was like, and the crowd will be like, ooh, and then the guy that just got checked, he just goes on skating like ain't nothing happened. Like,
Mhm.
I mean, I'm watching fights, and it might be a bloody mouth, and they just like go sit in the penalty box, and when their time is up, they come out the penalty
Yeah,
box. Like, it ain't like
yeah.
it's such a.
It's
That's
not
why
an easy sport. It's not an
yeah,
easy sport.
it's very intense, and they're like, I was watching one guy. I can't think of his name, but he's young. I looked him up. He plays for the Texas Stars, number 40. And he was so fast, and he was dribbling the puck through, and he was moving and moving, and it was like
Hmm.
the cat, like he would pass it and just stop, and I'm like, bro, how? Like, he would just stop or change direction so fast, and it was just insane to watch. And
Yeah.
even like, I was watching him dribble a puck, like when they were like kind of just warming up,
Hmm.
between the periods or whatever, and
Hmm.
he was bouncing the puck, and he bounced it on his stick like 5 times or whatever, right? And then
Hmm.
he turned the stick around and then caught the puck on the skinny end, and then threw it up, and then caught it, and then threw it to the. I'm like, bro, like, that is like, to me,
Yeah.
that was amazing, right? And
Yeah.
and I just think we gotta put some light on it.
Now, you got to put some respect on them boys' name now.
Yeah.
Definitely, definitely. It's not a sport that I watch. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But out of all sports, I would think to me, it probably is one of the most difficult ones for you to be able to play. It has
Yeah.
to be difficult to play. It don't. Some people might look at it and be like, "No, I ain't that." No, it's too much that goes on.
Yeah, so many working parts.
Yeah, so many working parts, and you got to
Yeah.
be on your P's and Q's at all times. Otherwise, you might be in the glass.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like, yeah, I saw it. Yeah,
You might be in the glass.
Yeah,
You know
I
what I'm
saw
saying?
it.
So, yeah, that's a physical sport. That takes a lot of skill. A lot of skill. Like, high skill. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, I mean, just think about it. As much skill as it takes to do that, those that dominate.